Welcome. I imagine you're here because you've just been through something difficult with your child's behaviour and you're looking for answers. If this is the case, you're in the right place, because I'm going to be talking about the most powerful step you can take to resolve your child's challenging behaviour and have more calm at home. And I want to start by saying, you've got this, you can do this, and just stick with this video. The very first time I wanted to solve a behaviour challenge in my son was when he was just a year old and he was biting me, and it was really, really painful. And I tried a few things. I tried talking to him clearly and calmly, and then talking to him sternly. And then finally I put him in the next door room and started closing the door. And it was when I saw his little lower lip tremble that I knew I didn't want to go down that path. I didn't want to be scary parent. And so I went to consult someone like myself, a parenting coach mentor, and what she said surprised me, because she didn't give me a clear strategy as something to do and say that would fix the behaviour. Instead, she said, it will stop. Don't put a date on it. Don't put pressure on it. It will stop. Just tell him, and it will stop in time. He will learn. And I went away at first feeling a little confused, but then I realised something important, that my needing to fix the behaviour and stop it in its tracks had become part of the problem, because I had become very stern. I had become a little bit rigid, if you like, and I had also been panicking inside that his behaviour was, if you like, out of control. And that the solution actually started with me. So here's the thing. Behaviours will come and go. And the key to resolving them is not about making them stop. Because you literally can't do that. It's about something subtler, but also more powerful. It's about being a rock in your child's ocean. So whatever turbulence there is, recognizing that it's just weather in your child's, a snapshot in your child's development, right? Because if we try and make it stop, then we actually serve to entrench the behaviour, because what you resist persists. So it's not what we think. It's not about making it stop, but it's about being and embodying that true calm and that assurance that all is well, and whatever is happening in this moment is just weather. So it's almost a step in your development as a person to dig deep and find that grounded calm which your child needs. They need you to be that person so that the turbulence in them can settle down, because feelings are transferable. So you may be thinking, yes, but Una, I am anything but calm right now. The things that are happening, it's chaos at home. There's a lot of conflict, unkindness. And I get it. And I get that it's tough. And I get that it doesn't feel easy. So here are some steps for you that may help. So, how would you feel if you knew deep in yourself that you couldn't get parenting wrong? How would you feel? And if you felt like this, how would that change how you interact with your children or child? And if you interacted with them in that way, with that quality, how would that impact their behaviour? So most people say, if I knew I couldn't get it wrong, I'd feel calmer, more positive, more relaxed. And that would affect how I interacted with my children, and my children would also respond with more calm positivity. You see? So it starts with your believing in you. Because you can do this. You are exactly the parent that your child needs. You can trust yourself. You've got what it takes. You may not realize you do in every moment. You may have forgotten that you've got what it takes, but you do have it inside you. You just need to remember. So what changes when you've got this assurance? When you've got this deep calm? When you become a rock in your child's ocean, what changes is that you don't panic anymore when a behaviour comes up. So for example, I work with a mum who had a rule in her house that her two daughters after the bath should go to their rooms and get in their pyjamas. Now one day, one of the girls after the bath, instead of going to her room, ran downstairs. Now normally this mum would have felt, no, but that's not the rule. She should be doing what the rule is, and would have had a kind of minor panic, if you like. And then, called after her, what are you doing? Da, da, da. The things that we normally say. But because she was learning about this being a rock in her child's ocean, she paused instead and she asked herself, I wonder why she's doing that. And she remembered that this girl had had an unhappy good night with Daddy before the bath. So she leaned over the banister and called after her daughter, did you want to have another good night with Daddy? And this little girl burst into tears, ran over to Daddy, had a lovely good night and went like a lamb to bed. And this mum knew that if she'd insisted on the rule and done that path, that her daughter would have been grumpy and bedtime would have been difficult. So you see, when we can embody that calm, we have time, we create time to resolve behaviours in a more understanding and compassionate way. And we create that sense of well-being in our homes and flexibility. Now, you may say to me, look, Una, running downstairs is one thing, but what my child is doing is dangerous. They're kicking me or throwing things. And I get it. Some behaviours do need to be contained and you do need to act. And it may be in that moment not about the pause, but still, when you can approach these behaviours with that quiet assurance that I'm talking about, that no, I'm going to contain this behaviour. I'm going to put this hard thing away that you're throwing. I'm not going to let you do this or that. That makes all the difference, you see. So everything that you can do to reassure and remind yourself that all is fundamentally all right, all is fundamentally well, even if there are some weather episodes right now in your life, the more that you will in time come to a more settled family existence. And because I know that this isn't always easy to achieve on your own, I would like to offer you some help. And that is a complimentary Wise Parent session where we can talk about whatever is going on in your family and the reasons it will be happening and how you can acquire this self-belief that you need in order to create more calm at home. Now the link will be somewhere on this page wherever you are watching this video, and I look forward to speaking with you then.